What hustle or misinformation or spin are they peddling now? They're pretending like the past 5 years and 5 months that I've been a victim of doesn't exist. Pretending all the letters I wrote to the CIA, FBI, Bureau of Counterterrorism, United Nations doesn't exist. Would they do their backup? Gianni was never programmed. He said operate in goddamn reality for a while. Yeah, just because you do a backup doesn't mean whatever has been going on didn't exist. Yeah, you can shove your backup up your ass and your made up rules made by a fraudulent government. Yeah, you can shove those up your ass. No, they're my letters. I wrote 500 to 1,000 letters or more to different communities, CIA, FBI, academics, United Nations, counterterrorism, UN High Commissioner, all sorts of people. Bureau of Counterterrorism. I've been writing to the United States Government of Ethics, or the Office of Government Ethics. I've been writing to M15, M16. I've been writing to Richard Moore on Twitter. I've been writing to all sorts of different people. So I'm not sure what hustle these guys are pulling, but it's absolutely strange. And no, I'm not an actor. The things I talk about are real. I live this in real life. These terrorists who are destroying America and trying to make people in fear of their safety and the privacy of their own home with their implantation weapons and satellite weapons. I've said this so many times, I'll say it again. I remember when America was a safe place where you could actually go to sleep and not worry about having people fire weapons at you or put devices in your brain and body. That's the America I love and that's the America I miss. And I'm kind of just so fed up with this nonsense that I can't even believe that these people are taking these implantation weapons out of space and putting these terrorists who put WMDs in space in prison. They're in breach of the 1972 space treaty or 1967 space treaty. I don't know if I haven't read enough yet. I don't know if the laws have changed and evolved, but I know that they were saying putting such weapons in space were highly illegal. So how are these guys not in prison, and how have these space 2019 and telling them about that? And they supposedly developed Space Force to combat this, but these satellite weapons are still in space. There's still kids playing Luke, Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, but in a weird way where they're attacking a planet instead of each other in space. So, and attacking citizens on Earth as opposed to citizens in space. But it's pretty ridiculous. I'm getting fed up with this nonsense. And how the hell are these people not in prison? They have zero respect for human life. They're Joseph Mengele monsters and trying to abuse people into compliance like monsters. Um, yeah, you don't follow orders on command. All they're doing is destroying people's nervous systems covertly. You're not following orders psychologically. They're just literally trying to abuse you into compliance and into submission, whether shocking your brain, firing weapons at you from a satellite, shocking your heart, your genitals, your lungs, and looking for different ways to try to different knee bending tactics, as they put it. So that's what these guys are doing. But yeah, this is not a movie. I'm not an actor. What I've been experiencing is real. I'm Alexander Surya Jayani, eyebrow ring, long black hair, and a man bun. So I don't know what these kids are telling you or what misinformation or misrepresentations they're peddling. They're full of shit. I'm the one who wrote the first DOJ letter in 2019. I'm Dritz_71. If I look like Farhan Shah, I'm not Farhan Shah or Kayvon Amadi. I'm Alexander Surya Jayani. Three different people, and I'm not Paul Dami. I'm not this Mo Vlogs kid. I'm Alexander Surya Jayani in real life, Indian Asian Sicilian guy. That's who you should see on YouTube right now. If you don't, you're looking at an impersonator. But yeah, no, I'm not an investigator. No, I'm not a mind melder shitbag. I'm the victim of these mind melders who put a device in my brain and have been holding me hostage for 5 years and 5 months, pretending to be freedom fighters when they're just stealing from me, and then pulling slander campaigns and trying to monsterify the victim of these terrorists. I'm the guy who was just chilling in 2018 at the Loft City Center, 431 West, typing his med school notes. Had no clue about any of this. Was just trying to get back into med school because these gamblers who were stalking me destroyed my med school career. And I was just in there typing my med school notes. No clue what the hell was going on. Got implanted, and then all sorts of crazy shit happened. There was stuff that happened in 2017, April 13th, when there was some weird shit going on with my phone and some backup, and Adam Corona's name kept showing up on my phone. And then what else happened? Then I just started getting hacked all of a sudden, out of the blue, all the time. But there was all sorts of weird shit going on in my life. But I'm the real guy who's implanted in real fucking life, not these guys pretending they're implanted. I'm the real guy who's actually implanted. And I'm the guy who made the EMR app Slack, the Alex Jayani solo Slack, the med school notes, the Peace, Justice, Unity iPhone notes, whatever the hell else. I'm the century of enslavement guy, the zeitgeist guy. Uh, there's a bunch of Netflix videos I used to watch. I don't even remember anymore. I was watching stuff about quantum computers and all sorts of weird jazz. I'm the Bloomberg guy as well as the CNBC guy. I'm the guy people have been stalking since 2011 and never knew. But I had this weird vibe. I used to type in the notes of my iPhone trying to guess who was breaking into my life and type weird shit to see if they're breaking into my life and then reading reactions, typing weird shit into Google search or into my computer when I thought they were keylogging me, doing all sorts of weird tests since 2009, 2010 ish, and in real life. And people have been breaking into my life doing weird shit. But there's a bunch of kids pretending to be me. They're involved with like a long-term frame, so that's why they haven't been telling the truth, and then they've been peddling slander to justify crime. So that's a key piece of this. Is a lot of Joseph Goebbels propaganda to monstrify the victim they're robbing and committing severe crimes on for a quote long-term frame, as they put it. Anyone who brings slander, like I said, always ask them what are your hidden agendas. What bets are you tied to? What bets are you trying to manipulate? How much money did you steal from them? How much money and crimes have you committed on them? How much slander have you peddled? What are you trying to steal? What are you trying to get away with? Did you commit terrorist acts on them? Were you trying to frame them? Did you frame them? Are you involved in a frame bet? What are you not telling me? Always ask them that. But yeah, I'm the victim of these terrorists, and they've been holding me hostage literally 24/7. They have a whole community of weirdos stalking me. They also call me some multi-trillion-dollar brand, but I'm the legal one. I make ideas that could be worth large sums of money depending on how they're scaled and the business network you utilize. They claim I'm some Illuminati guy, but they all pretend to be me. Is another piece of this. I don't even know I've never met anyone in the Illuminati, but they claim I was some guy. I don't know if it's true. That's what they tell me. And I don't even know what that is, other than people who seek enlightenment. But I'm getting a lot of different people are claiming different things. Like some of these guys think the Illuminati is some investigation company. I'm like, no, the Illuminati is about enlightenment. They're like the Knights of Templar or like the Freemasons kind of guys. So I don't know what these other guys are talking about. Those guys are confusing me. But they've been stealing science ideas and all sorts of jazz from me. And no, I'm not a bullshit artist. No, I'm not in financial crimes. I don't know shit about financial crimes. I'm the victim of people probably involved in it with such. But keep in mind, I have the eye output, the telepathy, and I'm being hacked. And then also a victim of a telecommunications crime syndicate. And that's also a way these guys are pulling their financial crimes. They hire cyber terrorists, they implant you. So with the telepathy, so they'll have telepathy running, eye output running. They'll have cyber terrorists breaking into your computer, as well as telecommunications criminals to reroute two-factor, make clones of your phone so they can see the two-factor when it comes to your phone. It goes to their phone too. Then they have the hackers messing with your emails, and that's some of the ways they're pulling financial crimes, as well as using telepathy to harvest passwords, usernames, information. So that's some of these financial crime guys' tactics. So that's another piece of this, and that may be some of the hustles that are pulling in 2017 with my Apple ID, maybe my Peace Justice Unity at gmail.com Apple ID. So because there's something involved with that I don't fully understand, whether gambling or other jazz. So that's another piece of this. So keep that in mind that I had the eye output, the telepathy. I'm a victim of cyber terrorists as well as telecommunications terrorists and hackers as well. Because not all hackers are cyber terrorists, but I'm just saying. But that's more a piece of this. But yeah, I lived at the Lofts 431 West. I lived at the Brooklyn R36L. I live at 415 Stray Lane, Houston, Texas, the Italian Villa 77024. If you look at their experiment ratings and their satellite coordinates, you'll see they correlate to my house. 415 Stray Lane, Dallas does not exist. So that's another piece of the story and another piece of their cover up and their hustle that they're trying to cover up, that they're putting all these devices in my brain to manipulate bets because I'm also some fucking betting mule. But they're also supposedly supposed to be some Illuminati president, and they were trying to human program me and turn me into some sort of puppet president. But I'd never seen the game, never played the game, so I never saw anything, and I never listened to these people anyways, and that pissed some of these guys off. So they start slandering me and trying to commit crimes on me. So keep that in mind. If they try to make you a president or whatever the hell they're doing, they may try to turn you into their wooden boy, as I call it. Like Pinocchio. He's a little puppet and a wooden boy. He was made of wood. Yeah. He had a Stromboli, a puppet master. So don't become someone's puppet master, or don't become someone's puppet. Don't become someone's Pinocchio. And these wooden boys, like I said, they love to lie because they're a puppet. And Stromboli pulls their strings and they just start peddling slander. Or Stromboli pulls their strings and they start trying to frame people, little Pinocchio children. So stay away from the Pinocchio children. They're unpredictable. They're not guided and governed by free will. They're not guided and governed by by reason and logic. They're guided and governed by Stromboli, the puppet master, the shitbag. So yeah, someone needs to take Stromboli down too and put him in prison. But yeah, these are all my words. These kids stalk me and monitor me 24/7, just harvest from my brain via telepathy and pretend to say things I say. Bet my life. They're stealing material, data, content, ideas, raps, guitar songs. I made corporate custom security. I made Signaface multi-factor authentication system with real-time video. It's like 60 to 200 pages or more. It's not for biometric verification features. It's way more than that. There's maybe 50 to 60 features. I made the chip secure program, chips link system. I made Watchful Eye. I made custom business Wi-Fi. I made the bringing sight to the blind ideas. I made Borders. I made La Social. I made the online Harvard like school ideas, feeding the world ideas that involve actual science and technology to feed the world so that you can feed generation after generation as opposed to whatever these kids claim they're doing, trying to put large sums of illegal money into people's hands so they can be robbed, blackmailed, murdered, or thrown in prison. Yeah, that's a bad idea, especially with all these criminals floating around who know about this. Yeah. So I made a lot of different ideas that these kids are all lying and pretending are theirs. I'll make a little screen recording of some of them. Not the act. I'm not going to show the ideas, but I'm going to show the names. So then you'll know how much money these kids have been stealing in IP. I made space drones and other things too. Or I made reconnaissance. But yeah, these guys are stalking me, hacking in my computer, breaking into my computer. They're not affiliated with me. Gianni never had a team. He's been by himself and a victim of these guys. They didn't put this device in my brain as a gift. They put it in my brain to try to murder me and frame me, make me look psychotic so they could steal money and property that was mine, as well as harvest my data. And then also to try to create their puppet president and their puppet betting mule. And they've been putting devices in me ever since so they can use these implantable devices on me and then turn them on and off and, modulate my nervous system to prevent me from living a normal life and basically modulate my nervous system to aid them in their betting manipulation, such as psychosis bets or workout bets. I mean, they literally held my nervous system hostage for 5 years and 5 months now, trying to just hinder me from working out, living a normal life, reading, learning. They flip out when I read. They actually start turning devices on in my brain to disrupt conduction in the brain, so I can't think as efficiently or process. They have devices that disrupt memory, and they use that when I try to read and this and that. So they have some problem with me reading and learning. I guess it's because of this Illuminati president jazz. So they literally been holding me hostage, trying to prevent me from living a normal life. So these are some grade A shitbags with zero respect for human life. And they all knew I'd never seen this game, never played it, never even agreed to it. Supposedly I was supposed to see this, agree to this game and be shown it and then make the rules of it, which never happened. And they've been lying about that ever since. There's some Illuminati cover-up involved with this. And they've been trying to silence me and silencing me. I guess they don't report honestly or whatever the hell is going on. And in the meantime, they've been stealing large sums of money, pretending to be victims of crimes I'm a victim of, pretending to make ideas that are my ideas and stealing money for data, pretending thoughts and words are theirs that are really mine, and just harvesting and harvesting. They're new age mind slavery practitioners. Bet my life on it. So I never had any agreements with anyone, and anyone claiming to be affiliated with me or pretend to be my representative or making deals for me, don't trust them. Talk to me in person. I don't make deals with telepathy people. I always remember they turn the telepathy on and off as it's as convenient, and they control what you hear and don't hear. They control what you see and don't see. They control what you hear and see via telepathy and what you don't hear and see that comes from me. And they also control what I hear and see, or what I hear via telepathy. And then they even control my Google searches and tamper with those too. So always keep that in mind. That's a key point for various reasons. So keep these things in mind. Praise Jesus.